how to stop your child from shutting down during homework time. Okay? When you start to see the signs and your child's gonna shut down, it's hard to get anything done after that. Homework ends up taking too long. There's frustration, there's tension, right? So how do you set it up so that you can stop that from happening? And instead, your child starts to become independent when they're doing their homework. They start to be self-motivated and they get better and better at their homework. They start to grow. Why is the child shutting down in the first place? I've noticed with working with kids for years, over 20 years, I noticed they shut down for two reasons. One, they don't want to do it right now. They don't want to do the work. They'd rather be doing something else. You know, some of them have trouble sitting for a while and concentrating on one task, right? That may be it. Or they know they're going to struggle. They know they have a hard time doing it on their own. So if they feel confident and they can focus and they're used to doing this work and they know they was going to do a good job, then they wouldn't be shutting down, crying, getting really unfocused and distracted, trying to get out of doing the work. That's what's happening with the child. And then when moms or dads, we try to help them with their homework, and they look like they're not trying. And a lot of times they're not. If they have shut down, they've decided that they're not going to try. They've already disconnected from the assignment. Now on the mom's side and on dad's side, if this is happening all the time, if every time it's time to do homework, your child is doing the same thing, crying, not focused, not wanting to do it. You gotta chase them down and sit down and get ready, get their pencil ready, and write their name. You end up writing it so they can get going. That could be very frustrating and could be very stressful. The number one tip that I can say, because I've noticed or the first tip, I've noticed this also with my children. I've had to work through it. Okay. First one is get your child to do most of the work. That's number one. You got to get your child to do most of the work. And what I mean, they have to set themselves up. They have to be responsible for gathering their own materials. They have to sit down and be ready to do the work and concentrate. They have to be the one that's looking at the directions and reading the directions. You know what I mean? They have to do the work. They can't sit down and say, okay, now we got homework. Me and mom, we got homework. And they sit down and wait for y'all to do it together. If you're always doing homework together with them, then they are not thinking and figuring it out and being able to function independently.